My name is Barbara. I'm a blank builder and a blogger, and I'm on a mission to rebuild and repurpose the 71-year-old aircraft construction aluminum trailer home, Alley Mo. Today I'm working with my niece Brenna. I went to Tampa yesterday and picked her up from college, and we're going to see if we can get some work done today.
Hi, I'm Brenna. I'm a university student and a volunteer.
My power comes into that transformer and then through this wire to that pole and then down to that box where I have a 200 amp breaker. So we have to connect from there over to the shed. And I've dug part of the trench, but it was hard work, it hurt my back, so we're going to teach Brenna how to dig a trench. Have you ever dug a trench before, Brenna?
Never.
You ever use a shovel?
Yes.
How much?
Not often.
Okay, well, she's going to learn. Okay, Brenna.
All right.
Put your gloves on.
Let's do it.
All right, this is a shovel. You put the pointy end in the ground,
Yep.
and then it gets a bit technical. I will explain. So what I do, to cut the sod, I use this square shovel. Put it in the ground, and I jump on it. Cut a little slot. And I do the other side.
Satisfying.
Yes, I thought you would like this job. Okay, now the next thing you do is you take the little shovel and you empty out the hole all the way in. Well, what I've been doing is I sort of make a long trench and then I sort of loosen up the sides and use this shovel to sort of slice down the sides of the trench and then use that shovel just to get the dirt out. So my thinking is that I will go along and slice the sod and keep loosening it up for you. And you'll use that shovel and you'll be getting the dirt.
We hit something. What is this?
Conduit. It's taking the power to my house.
Are you serious?
Yeah, not very deep, is it?
No, it's like a hand deep.
So much for that 18 inches we were planning for.
Holy shit, yeah, look at how many roots we put already.
If we only did it that deep, we'd be done already, wouldn't we?
Right?
I'd kind of like it to be deeper than that, though. That's not right. My electrician must have taken a shortcut there when I was at work. Yeah, that goes from there to that panel. It's that left pipe, and it goes to the house. All right, so now we need to we just need to move this over to the other side of the pipe so that our new conduit can go on this side of it into the shed.
Right up under this root.
We're gonna go into that one, huh?
Oh yeah.
We can make this work.
Ooh, look at that.
It's a cicada.
Do they live in the
Cicada.
dirt?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know those ones that lived for 17 years under the dirt? This is a gopher burrow. These tortoises are a keystone species in the longleaf ecosystem. When she comes out again, watch the condensation on her carapace. Let's back that up. Watch it again. Nice. They dig all the way to the water table, so it's humid and cool at the bottom of the tunnel. This gopher is smaller than the other ones that live in my yard, and they can't fit in this hole. I saw Stump Gopher try it. I walked by and startled her. She dove for this hole and went thunk, stuck. She fits fine in her own hole under the stump. It's only about 10 feet away. This gopher dug her tunnel just wide enough to turn around, but it's not high enough for the bigger gophers to get in. These guys graze on grass, like horses, and their burrows smell like a barn.
They poop down in that hole, and all sorts of insects live in their compost. From time to time, they push it up to the burrow apron.
So right now we're digging out this hole with the trowel underneath this big root because the conduit probably won't fit.
How sticky is this clear stuff that I see running out of these roots?
Very sticky, but it smells really good. It's fun to play with.
How do you get it off when it sticks on your skin?
Some sort of really strong alcohol in a paper towel.
This big ass wire is what goes to the lab, and it's live 100 amps, so I'm trying not to like poke my screwdriver up into the exposed metal bits. But I'm trying to not break this little thin ring and only get the circle out. But the little ring keeps bending and the circle doesn't want to come out. Damn. These wires are just in the way. Tight?
Hell yeah.
All right. want this part to be like if it was a string, would hang straight down.
Okay.
That's what plumb means.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because I was supposed to. We have to get a cloth or something because this has a bunch of sand in it. Okay, and I have sand on my hands, so you're gonna have to do it. I'll let you stand.
Get me that glue. The smelly glue. You know how that stuff works?
No.
Kind of cool. It's a strong solvent like toluene. I proceeded to explain to Brenna how pipe dope works while banging the camera with the conduit. PVC cement is about 20% PVC, the same actual material as the pipe. It's about half tetrahydrofuran, a water-soluble precursor to polymerization. This is a new one on me since it's not a solvent they sell in cans at Home Depot. Same with cyclohexanone. That's up to 15% of the can. It's huge in the manufacture of nylon. The rest is the familiar "-one" suffix solvents, acetone and methylethyl ketone. There is no toluene. I was wrong about that. There's no enes at all. Anyway, the proportion of solvents are more than what's required to dissolve the PVC in the can. There's extra to soften the pipe, too. Then as the ketone solvents evaporate, there's nothing left behind but polyvinyl chloride, which is in fact a polymer. So that's why it's called a solvent weld. It's not a glue at all. Glue sticks things together with another thing. Welds stick them together with more of the same substance. We don't really have a good word for that. Hand me that can of precursors to polymerization is kind of a mouthful, especially after you've breathed it for a minute.
That's satisfying looking. Very nice. Okay, well the thing is, it's just on the side a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we need
So
to
we
just sort of...
You need a trowel.
Yeah, we need to make it wider that way.
There, yeah, just kind of widen out the side a little.
I'll pull it back.
My arm isn't that long. We gotta carve out the side a little bit, is what we need to do. Alright, go ahead and push it and let's see. Well, and went through a lot easier, right?
Oh yeah, is it all through?
I mean, it's through past where we need it to go.
Oh,
so
okay,
we're
cool.
good, right?
So,
look,
yeah.
Come look.
Yeah, I'm just bumping it into the dirt.
Yeah, you're just bumping it in right here.
Sorry.
So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I can...
Alright, let's vacuum out the dirt.
Well, you packed a lot of dirt, so take this out and dump it. Because, I mean, who knows? It could be packed in there till...
Yeah, now
for a
to
foot.
Go in there without getting a lot of dirt in.
Alright, let's do it. Let's try it. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get one shot, or we fuck up our whole lives.
Okay. You're getting dirt all in your fucking thing. That works good.
Okay. So we'll just leave the shovel
Wait,
there.
let's get the other shovel.
I don't know.
Where is it? I think if you put the shovel a little bit closer to the... That's better. And then hold that. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did it do it? Yeah. Push as hard as you can. Twist and push.
I think that's as far as it's going to go.
Okay.
I think it's glued though.
Okay.
Yay.
Here, do you want to switch?
I'm going to keep holding it for a minute until like glue sort of gets stuck. Here, you do it. Let's do another one. There's a bunch of dirt on that one.
This is a Southeastern pocket gopher. I have never before in my life seen one of these actually making one of these mounds. They're nocturnal and subterranean and don't usually poke their nose out in daylight. This is what people think you're talking about if you say gopher in most parts of the world, but not here. Here in the Southeast, gopher means the tortoise, but the tortoise was actually named for the rodent. These are always called pocket gophers, or sometimes sandy mounders. Sandy mounders become salamander for some people, but I think that's really going in the wrong direction. If you're talking about a turtle and people are picturing a rodent, it doesn't help to talk about a rodent and have them picture an amphibian. Pocket gophers are solitary. They live alone underground. When spring comes, males will dig a long straight tunnel, hoping to cross the tunnel of a female. I like seeing the lines of sandy mounds in the woods, guessing where the next one will be in the morning. Pine snakes spend most of their life in pocket gopher tunnels. I have never seen a pine snake, and pocket gopher mounds are more common than ever. Since a pine snake usually eats about one pocket gopher a month, I kind of wonder if there are any around here. Did something happen to the pine snakes? Nobody knows. off the screw down into conduit.
Oh, well, you have to find another one. Too.
That noise is not gonna work for me, vacuum cleaner.
We got it! Ah! How do you turn this thing off? No. I don't know. Yeah!
Bought this vacuum cleaner in 1990.
Aw, it's your pet vacuum? Bye. Professional ball winder. Let's take a close up of that beautiful string ball. It looks very beautiful.
Brenna and I took today off. We just did other stuff besides work on this. But I looked at the weather forecast and it might rain tonight, so I've got to get this wire inside this box and close up that conduit body. But that's all I'm gonna do. I am still tired.
got 65 feet of this 8-gauge wire. So I think I got less of the 10-gauge. This old wire is my old well wire. I replaced it. Just ate a bug. At the end of this, I'll get this wire inside this conduit and remove this extra scrap stuff. But that's enough for today. Oh wait, let me put this back in. There's still a string in the conduit, so if I need to pull more wire, I can pull another rope through. Pull more wire, so I'm just going to keep this ball. I don't think it'll fall in the hole. Yeah, that's good. Alright, Rain, do your worst. I've been avoiding this because I don't like working with big wire. It hurts my fingers. But I was waiting for it to rain all day and it never started raining. So now I feel like I ought to get some work done. I don't even know how long you're supposed to. My red and black wires hooked up. What do I do? Here's my neutral. I'm guessing these two little knobby things are what this is supposed to go in between. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. Holds it. Now the screw that I need for that is down in the bottom of the conduit. Found some big old stainless steel screws. Kind of hard to screw in, but it took me longer to find these screws than I spent trying to get the other one out of the conduit. Wish that had worked. I do compliment the designers of this box for at least making all the screws in it the same, so I can make this part work. Today I'm going to wire up this panel box. So now everything's safe from here down. What you're supposed to do with a hole after you take stuff out of it. What to fill that up with? Alright, so here's I gotta get this wire in this conduit somehow. And I found it difficult to get the old wire out, so I'm not sure I'm going to get the new wire in. Spring is totally destroyed. Crap. You know what? Fine. Be that way. It's gonna hurt my joints. Might as well not give me actual break the skin kind of wounds as well. Just try to minimize my damage here. This giant fucking wire goes to my lab. It used to be the 200 amp service to the house that burned down in 1984. And I just reused that same wire because it's a giant fucking wire, man. I'm not wasting that. So this is my breaker. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but just need to know. There we go. Which is wrong. Anybody remember which way this went? Does it matter? It again. Yes, that's the right one. Now that this is in, that's so tight, it's hard to get it to get in the right spot. Okay, let's see what happens. Nothing. Good. Should I turn this on? I'm scared to. Do it. Good. Nothing. They're turned off in the shed. Alright, that's the refrigerator and freezer back on. Air conditioning back on. Alright, let's see where we are on the side of things. Turn this on, hope nothing goes boom. Okay, nothing went boom. Reset that. Plug that in and see what we get. Correct! These two are lit up. This little code here says that's correct. So I have power in the shed. I can plug my extension cord in right there and run my drill press. Cool. I think I'll do that.
Here comes the rest of my diagnostics. Will it charge? My brother took a road trip up here and found the nearby supercharger out of service. He plugged his computerized cord into my new 50 amp 240 volt receptacle and it said, nominal. His car went from 9% to 80% in the time it took to do our day's projects. That'll be the next episode. Thanks so much to Brenna, the best volunteer, and to Harry for having kids when I couldn't be ours to. That's all for the Beached and Buck Rivet report. Go buck yourself.
My booty is in the shot because I put my other foot in, so I don't know if we're really getting much footage.
All we're getting is footage.
All we're getting is footage of my booty.
No footage of your foot. The other camera's way down in the hole.
Oh shit.